The Vepsian forest is the land of lakes, swamps and mountain rivers. According to the features of the terrain, the climate and the nature, a unique taiga fauna was formed in the park. Such fauna is unique for the Leningrad region and nearby regions. The Vepsian forest inhabitants are brown bears, red-book owls, woodpeckers, crossbills, rare black-toothed loons, which disappeared in other territories of the northwestern region 50 years ago. The park is one of the few places where a wolverine inhabits, which is almost impossible to meet in the wild. The ethnographic significance of the Vepsian forest is also great. Here the Veps, one of the smallest nationalities of the Russian Federation, has been living from the earliest times. It's a unique ethnic group using its own language, keeping original culture and ancient traditions. Veps belongs to the Finno-Ugric group, which was greatly influenced by the Baltic peoples. The Vepsian forest is a unique site of undisturbed taiga in the eastern part of the Leningrad region. It is the first protected area in the Leningrad region, emerging as a nature reserve site where undisturbed primal forest lake swamp natural complex has been preserved. The massif is the part of the Latvinsky forestry of the Svir timber industry farm, and it is the scientific base of the Leningrad Forestry Research Institute. At the moment of its formation, the area of the massif was 950 hectares. Having received the status of a nature reserve site in 1970, this pristine natural complex has become an indispensable scientific ground for wide and multi-phase studies of the forest life dynamics. A chain of permanent study facilities was organized on the territory of the natural reserve site, where various observations were held. It explained our knowledge of the biology of forest communities, connections and interactions between man and nature, which gave a possibility to develop the most reasonable recommendations for farming in this reserve site. A protected regime was established on the territory of the natural reserve site by the decision of the Leningrad Regional Council in 1976. It limited all types of economic activities. To accomplish the established regime of protection, warning signs were set up along the borders of the natural reserve site. Forest guards began to conduct regular borders patrols and borders inspections, as well as the control of the adjacent forest area to the protected one. The Vepsian Forest Nature Park is a specially protected natural reservation of the regional significance in the Leningrad region, located on the territory of Podporozhsky, Tikhvin, Boksitogorsky, Ledinopolsky areas. It covers a territory of 189,000 hectares. The Vepsian Forest Nature Park was formed by the statements of the governor of the Leningrad region. The main objectives of the park formation are preservation of valuable natural complexes and objects which are not affected by economic activities, such as landscape natural boundaries which are typical for the middle northwest Russia taiga, aged native spruce trees and forests of other kinds, masses of apex sphagnum swamps of western Russian type, oligotrophic and dystrophic lakes, rare species of plants and animals, as well as unique landscapes. Restoration of disturbed ecosystems, maintenance of large forest areas to improve ground-level atmosphere throughout the region, and inclusion of the national park territory into the structure of the ecological framework of the Leningrad region, along with the other natural reservation territories and recreational zones.